Living the dream, as they say. All right, Robin Finck Signature here. What kind of pickups are they? Chisel Railhammers? Chisel Railhammer pickups. I haven't tried any of the pickups personally, so we're trying these pickups together. We're in this as a team. First off, there is no tone knob, which is fascinating. Volume and then bass contour, which is interesting, but also makes sense. Well, I actually like that just because I don't use the tone knob either, so that's nice. I really never touch it personally. I don't know if I'm lazy or I don't know, but it's kind of nice. The knobs for this are huge, so, you know, at least you know where the knobs are. You don't have to you don't even really have to look at the knobs if you're like playing a show and you're moving, so that's cool. Yeah, so let's try with clean, go through the pickups, and then go from there. The neck also pretty thick, so I don't know about thick, but just thicker than I'm used to. That's all I'm saying. So, but it seems pretty comfortable, especially for playing like chuggy chords and like, you know, just power chords, chunky things, stuff like that. So this is the bridge pickup. This is the bass. Everything's all turned up on the guitar. So. And then both pickups. And then the neck pickup. Mess around with the bass contour a little bit. Like I would use the bass contour, at least with these pickups, even for some clean tones, maybe more strumming patterns. I would probably take out some of the bass, just feel like maybe it gets a little bit closer to the acoustic guitar sound, kind of, taking off some of that bass, so I think that's cool. Let's try it with a little bit of distortion. Kind of feel like I have to with these Railhammers. Let's do the plumes again. neck pickup. Yeah, a lot more, at least to my ear, a lot more bassy, the neck pickup. I do like it with distortion though. It's not like too warm where it gets muddy. So I like that a lot. So if you want like a distorted tone that's warmer than the bridge, but still cuts through and doesn't get too muddy, I think this is definitely a good setting for that. Yeah, so the bridge pickup to me, there's a lot less like low end, at least from my ear. You know, I could be wrong, but this is just, you know, my ears. So a lot less low end, but there's a lot of mids and highs to be able to really cut through, especially if you're playing live. I feel like that's really, really great, especially with all the low end coming from the drums and the bass. You know, I think these pickups would work really well in like a high gain setting for the guitar to be able to cut through in the mix in like a, not to say that I would be playing in a stadium, but like, you know, if you're playing in a stadium, if they're, you know, Robin Finck is playing in a stadium, then like, I think it would cut through really good. So yeah, I think this works both for nice cleans, especially I'm still a fan of the neck pickup for like cleans. I still prefer it with these pickups too. But then getting some, you can kind of get warm tones with the neck with distortion, and then, you know, a really biting like bridge pickup tone that cuts through. So that's really nice. I think you can do a lot with this guitar. Also love that there's no tone knob. I'm gonna keep saying that because I don't use the tone knob. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but you get tone from the pedals. I don't know, I'm just saying. Why do you need it on your guitar? But that's just me. So yes, Robin Finck Signature. Nice.
I don't even know how to do it.
Right? I don't know.
Never have.
I really, yeah. Okay. Oh, whoa, surprise. Okay, yes. No tone knob, only